So everybody what's talking about right now is the recovery in retail. What kind of recovery have you seen overall industry perspective and on company specific if possible?
I think it's been a very good recovery compared to previous waves. Post Omicron, the demand came back a lot stronger. I think the fear psychosis has receded. And it was very good to see that shoppers have come back to malls, come back to physical retail. And I think most categories and most price points are seeing growth over pre-COVID times now, which is a great thing. And the industry is looking forward for the momentum to continue.
Any numeric terms that you'd like to share with us? What kind of growth do you expect in the coming days overall for the industry, for the whole retail sector?
See, I think because of the base effect, possibly you will see double-digit growth for most players. People are growing aggressively on the online side. Most people are expanding networks into smaller towns. So I think there are enough growth drivers, and there has been 2 years which have been very, very difficult. So I think this should be a year which will be very healthy on growth, double-digit growth for most players.
At the panel, you were speaking at length about how D2C and how the online market is growing. What are you working on as a company towards that, and how are you leveraging that?
So all of us have made digital a core of what we do. It is no longer a channel where we just liquidate goods. It's a channel where we acquire customers, where we make special products for the online segment, where we expand into new categories. So it's been a very fast growth channel for the entire industry, including for Arvind Fashions. I think I see that momentum continuing because world over, market share of online is going up. India, in fact, we have just started the whole digital transformation. For a lot of players, including say AFL, online is now 25% plus in our overall scale of business. So I see online continuing to grow faster than offline, and that means slowly and steadily the percentage of online as a part of the whole business will keep going up over the years.
One point of pain for the whole industry has been the rising input costs, whether it's cotton prices or dyes or overall markets. And how do you see this? What kind of hikes have you taken till now? And going ahead, do you think it will stabilize or is going?
Again, speaking for the industry, every brand has had no choice but to pass on the cost. And, cost inflation would be around 8 to 10%. Cotton has doubled. So it's a very, very major change. I think that it's an aberration. Things should not be, we shouldn't be seeing this kind of raw material price increase. I think world over, all kinds of commodities are showing very heavy volatility. I think the trigger now would be, the new cotton crop which would come in September onwards. That's when we do hope that sanity should come back. And for the time being, the industry is managing by trying to work on efficiencies and passing on whatever has to be passed on, unfortunately, to the market.
On the PLI side, you were recently selected on one of the schemes by the government. How do you see that materializing? By when? Because it's for ManMade fibers also and technical textiles. So how do you see that coming out? By when? The timelines for that?
I think this is a wonderful policy by the government of India, because if you look at the global trade, India's share in ManMade and technical textiles is low. Globally, ManMade is now a very large majority segment of exports, so India has to catch up. And by providing these incentives, we will see a lot of capacities coming in. The scheme itself has seen a lot of interest and excitement. I think close to 20,000 crores worth of investments have been offered by companies. So it's a very, very good sign. And I think over the next 5-10 years, if the industry can accelerate and grow up fast with the help of the scheme, then it's very good for the country.
How much more will you be expanding in this sector?
Again, I cannot give you Arvind's specific inputs right now, but we do believe in the technical textiles business. As you know, we are now one of the leaders there. We have a very large presence, and we are big believers in the future of this segment, and we hope to be able to scale and grow at the level that even the country requires.
On the export side, because the whole purpose of the whole scheme is how India should become the export hub for all these things. It already is increasing, but do you think there has been some impact on the last few months or the last few, and how do you see this going ahead?
Exports were very strong. Last year was a exceptionally strong year for Indian textile exports. Of course, this kind of inflation is always challenging, but structurally the world is looking at India. A lot of businesses moving away from China, and a lot of the other countries are having geopolitical challenges. So I think India is a priority for every company when it comes to sourcing this category. So there will be challenges on prices, margins. These are all temporary in nature. But structurally, the India story is looking exciting over the next 5 years.
Thank you for joining with us.